What did you guys, when you used to, as a kid, go over to Mammaw's house? What was that like? Because everybody has imagery of visiting your grandparents, but like, what was it like for you guys?
The great thing about Mammaw was, so I got two stories, and I don't know if we can tell them on the podcast. But the great thing about Mammaw is that Dad was very intimidating. Dad could be intimidating in a fatherly way, and that's probably that's very tough as a kid. He beat and bang guys out on the racetrack, but then he didn't. They go their way, and he'd go his way, and they wouldn't see each other for a week. Well, I had that every day. But Mammaw, when Mammaw was around, or if we were at her house or she was at our house, she mellowed him.
Oh,
you knew that the intimidator wasn't going to come out, right? She was kind of the leader, right?
Can you remember coming to stay with me some?
Oh yeah, I was good.
When you'd be gone, when your dad would be gone racing and all.
I started racing. Well, it was right around I just got my driver's license, and I started racing street stocks. And so I'd run Concord, and she lived in Kannapolis, which was just a few minutes away. Dad would go race.
But this is before then.
Yes, I do remember that. But I would then, when I got my driver's license, I would come over there and stay.
Yeah.
And then I'd take off. And I'd go down to Concord, Kannapolis, and cruise with my buddies. And she'd be mad when I come in late.
Oh, so you had a curfew at Mammaw's house.
3 o'clock in the morning.
What?
There was no curfew, but it was just coming in that late.
That's a pretty darn
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm mad at you, too.
No, that's not the curfew.
I get it, but 3 o'clock in the morning is late.
Yeah.
I'd be mad.
But, I didn't think it was a big deal.
Well, no, at the time you didn't, but I was worried to death.
I know, but I was out there spinning my wheels, man, just having fun. And then I got to street stock racing, and I'd come over there and spend a night, and we'd do the same thing. I'd come over there and unhook the trailer with the race car and then take off to uptown. We had the mall and a bunch of other things, to cruise around and do, and just trying to meet girls,
You understand. It's not like he was on a basketball team and he could just find his wife, by being awesome on a basketball court. It ain't that easy for everybody.
Yeah. So, I'll ask you this. Do you remember the first time that it might not have been the first time, but the I guess Mom and you were at your house and y'all were on the front porch and Dad drove up with Teresa.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that? They had a little battle royale. They had a little wrestling match on the front porch.
Oh, wait a second. I got questions.
Yeah, I've got to hear this.
I really
Martha or Kathy says somebody got smacked. Who got smacked, Kathy? Teresa got smacked. I'd heard that story, but I ain't never been. I'd heard rumors and little bits and pieces.
Who's doing the smacking?
In the kitchen. All right, so they got inside the house. Oh my Lord.
Who
Mama
did the smacking?
Mama snapped.
Your mother brought the kids there, and Dale brought Teresa there
To pick the kids up?
and it became a cat fight.
Oh my.
Martha, dig deep. You got to remember something about this. Come on. We're begging. I'm hanging on this one.
I really don't remember all that.
All right, so Kathy.
Maybe I'm just trying to forget it all.
Yeah, right.
I don't blame you on that, but we got questions.
Kathy's version of events is that Mom brought the kids to the house to do a switch with Dad.
Right.
And Dad brought Teresa, thinking, "Hey, man, that's no big deal."
And we know that Brenda's full of herself, right?
Yeah, Brenda.
She's a little spunky.
Brenda wasn't happy, and there was a physical altercation.
Wow. This is so good.
I hope Brenda won, didn't she?
Did she? Who won, Kathy?
Brenda won. Ding, ding.
I don't doubt that.
That's what I figured.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd heard about that a long time ago, but I wasn't sure if it was. I didn't know. I guess I had it wrong. I thought they went and got wrestling and pulling hair on the front porch. But
Well, that was the second time they switched the kids off. All right. Well, that'll make a headline this week. So years later, the truth comes out.
Yeah. Do you Do you go down to Dad's statue ever in Kannapolis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It must feel pretty good to have a statue sitting down there because it's really well done, don't you think?
That man did a wonderful job.
Yeah. So
It
there's
looks just like him.
right. There's a statue in downtown Kannapolis, a memorial to Dad, and I love it. I mean, obviously, it's not as close to my house as it is yours, and I was just wondering if you go down there often, because I would. I think if I lived a few blocks from it, I'd be over there.
I ride by about every week.
Just on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, take a look at it.
We had somebody tweet us a picture of them in Mammaw, July 2010. She drove by and saw us there, so she stopped. She's such a sweet lady.
Yeah.
Mother, remember when you were pregnant with Dale, and he was the only child that Daddy had to miss a race for him to be born?
Oh, Dad had.
Oh.
Tell that day that you were ready to go to the hospital, and he wanted to load his trailer and load his race car, and you said, no, Ralph, you better wait. I think we're going to the hospital.
I think I do remember that.
Because it was in April, and it's the only race he ever missed.
April 29th.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, Ralph Earnhardt missed a race, and it was for the birth of who?
Dale.
For the birth of Dale.
Only child. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He kept begging her, I'll just go out here and load my car. She's told it many times. I'll just go out here and load my race car and let's just wait and see. No, Ralph, I know we're gonna need to go to the hospital. No, now Martha, I believe we'll be all right. No, Ralph.
You don't know how I feel, Ralph.
So y'all went and had
Dale
that evening, or was it afternoon? Morning?
No, it was during the night.
Yeah. Was Ralph excited when he had a child?
There's a boy.
Well, he had already had. Yeah, it was his
So
first
he's
boy.
over it by then?
Yeah.
Well, no, wait a second. I would imagine, though, it's your first boy.
That was a sarcastic comment.
Well, I know, but I'm saying he had to have been excited, right? Well,
Yeah.
Unless he was just so dang pissed that he missed that race.
He's a very quiet, calm man, even
But
when he
then
had children.
When Randy was born, I was trying to have him the week before Christmas, and he wouldn't cooperate. And so Christmas morning, I told Ralph, I said, I think I'm going to have to go to the hospital. He said, well, you know you're not going today. It's Christmas. I said, well, I can't help what Daddy is. And sure enough, Randy was born on Christmas Day.
I didn't even not know that.
Yeah, he was my Christmas present.
Hey. So when I remember the first thing that I noticed when I went to your house that you live in now, that you moved into when Danny was in your belly, was you had figurines of Elvis Presley.
Oh, I still got Elvis on my.
You do?
I still got a small statue of him.
So I have an Elvis room in my house.
Yeah.
And I've always had an Elvis room in my house and have all kinds of collectibles and stuff like that. And that's because of Mammaw
Okay.
and her love for Elvis Presley. When you went to her house back in the 80s, there were at least half a dozen or to a dozen figurines, little canteens like these race cars right here. And music. She always had Elvis playing And so what...
I got to go see him in person.
Right. So what was the...
But they wouldn't let me touch him.
But you tried.
I would have if they let me.
Was it just Elvis? Did you like any other musicians or...
Yeah, I like some of the country singers.
Who? Anybody?
Hank
Hank Williams.
Yeah. The original Hank?
Yeah.
So what do you remember about Elvis? Was all the kids, was this when you were in school that you became an Elvis fan, or after that, or
after I was married?
Oh, after you was married, you became an Elvis fan. What did Ralph think about that? He's like, whatever.
But I don't think I got to go see him till after Ralph passed away.
Right.
Oh,
But you were a huge Elvis fan, and did you play his music all the time?
I used
in
to,
the house.
Yeah.
And then after Ralph passed away, you said you went to see Elvis. Where would you go see him at?
At the Charlotte Coliseum.
Yeah. How close did you get?
Well, I was sitting close, but they wouldn't let me get close enough to touch him.
Who's they?
Whoever I was with,
Yeah.
I can't remember now.
Oh, the people you're with were stopping you from going.
Either that or the people.
The guards.
The people that worked there.
Yeah.
She tested them both though.
Was there other people trying to get up there and touch you?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've seen those videos of
Crazy.
all those crazy ladies that they're trying to get to Elvis. Yeah, she was one of them.
Yeah.
Do you remember taking her to Graceland? Remember we went to Graceland and did the Elvis car? Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. And you went with us, and now I know why.
Yeah.
She
Huge
was
Elvis fan.
a huge Elvis fan. That's right. That was a sharp-looking car, by the way.
He was my hero.
Yep. Were you sad when Elvis passed away?
Oh yeah.
That was a dark day.
It was.
Good Lord. Surprising.
It
right?
was. I don't think he meant to kill himself.
Yeah.
I just think he took too many pills to get calmed down.
Yeah.
And I don't really think I really don't think he meant to do that.
Of course he didn't, Mammaw. Damn, man, he didn't mean to kill himself. I think he just didn't know how much he was doing, how bad he was treating himself.
Yeah, he wasn't doing what he needed to be doing.
He wasn't. He was not doing right. Elvis, dang. Who's your okay? So there's many various versions of Elvis. You got the Elvis from the movies, the '69 comeback special Elvis, and then you got the Vegas, '70s Elvis. I kind of like that one. It's the Hawaii Elvis, the Vegas.
I like gospel Elvis.
Kind of like mid '70s, early '70s, big jumpsuits. Which was your favorite Elvis?
When he sang "All Shook Up."
Yeah. Anytime he sung that song, you were good.
It shook you up.
Yeah, I loved it.
Was that your favorite song?
I liked to sing. Yeah, I liked all of his music.
Yeah.